Brought to you by Musufing of Musukando Enterprise. Cockpit Country, Trelawney, Jamaica is where I was born almost 77 years ago. From the time I was 15, Pastor Jacob's son Ezekiel always used to sit on the tree stump by the gate of the Baptist church when service finished to walk home with us if Mama allow. One Sunday, church finish, and Mama was arranging a meeting with one of the church elders with my big sister Clovis. And she tell me to make haste, go home and make sure you sort out the things for the Sunday dinner. Me and Ezekiel was walking past one of the old sugarcane plantation place. He said, "Come here, Darrett. Come look at this. Me want to show you something." Him run ahead through the thick, tall cane grass to the broken down mill, and I followed him. I was 16, going 17, and didn't even realize anything. I was stupid, I suppose. My sister Clovis guessed something was wrong because I was feeling sicky, and tired all the time. She started to do the maths and asked me is why Ezekiel stopped waiting at the tree stump after church, and why the day she and Mama was organizing the meeting I complained of stomach pain and was laying down when them come home. Didn't even want dinner. The last piece of the equation she figured was that for a few Sundays I begged Mama if I could stay at home and ready up the dinner in the outside wood fire kitchen till them come home from church. And I promised I was reading my Bible. Clovis put two and two together, then run and go tell Mama that she thinks I'm pregnant. Poor me. Me didn't know anything. That day I get a beating with a tamarind switch as me and Mama a wheel round the dining table. Then she catch and she hold me good. I don't know how she never beat that baby out of me. Clive was someone I knew for a while. He was a few years older, also from Trelawney, and his family knew mine. When baby Delbert was 2 years old, Clive said him did always like me. So we start to talk and him come round the house regular. One day, he said he was traveling to England for work and asked me to come and be his wife. Mama tell me, say, Missus, you mad if you not go take that chance to fix up your life. Before Clive traveled to England ahead of me, I asked if baby Delbert can come as well. Clive said maybe he could follow once we get settled, but he thought it was best we lay a foundation first, especially moving to a brand new country. I remember that day, September the 12th, 1963, when I left Jamaica to travel to England. Standing in Clarkstown Bus Park was Mama, Sister Clovis, and in a Clovis' hands on her hip was my little Delbert. He was so sweet and fat, wearing a pair of shorts, a white and navy blue sailor shirt I sewed for him, and his little brown sandals with his soft brown toes peeking out. I gave Mama and my sister a goodbye kiss, and then I take Del. I squeezed him. I kissed him. I whispered to him, be a good little boy. Listen to your auntie and your grandma. I soon come back for you, my little dumpling. He was eating a piece of orange from the orange tree round the back of the yard. I gave him one last kiss. Then I gave him back to my sister. The bus for Kingston arrived. Clovis said, wave at your mommy. Say bye-bye. He looked and he waved at me. orange all around his cheeks. I boarded the bus after the driver stacked my suitcase, and I took a seat with my handbag. Through the window, I see Delbert drop the orange and start stretch out his arms for me. He wriggled himself free to the ground out of sister's hands. As the bus pulled out, I turned. The last thing I saw was Del Little Sandals squash the piece of orange under his feet to run to me. Then a cloud of dust and engine fumes fly up into the air. He was 3. I arrived in England. Clive and I got married and we eventually settled in Leeds. I was already expecting Clive Jr. and between my part-time job working at the Leeds General Infirmary, taking care of the family and 4 more babies arriving, the years just fly. How could there not be a day I didn't think about Delbert? I never forgot about him, my firstborn. As those first few years went on in the 60s, I talked to my husband Clive. He wasn't a bad man, but sometime him get vexed when I ask about sending for Del. Him say, how much picnic you think we can manage, Darrett? England is not a easy place. So I stop ask. Me hold me belly and me bite me tongue, and I got on with life. What else could I do? Whenever I get some money, I send it. And I make sure I pack a barrel and send it to Jamaica to Sister Clovis, her husband, and my nieces and nephew, so that everybody get a little help, not only Delbert. After a while, I say to myself, all right, yes, I gave birth to him, but he is now a part of their immediate family. Jamaica is his home. My sister's children are the brothers and sisters he grew up with, and the 5 he has here as well. In 1988, me, Clive, Tanya, and Deborah visit Jamaica. It was the first visit since I left in 1963. I found out the day after we arrived, sitting under the mango tree, that my son Delbert had a big hole inside him. Almost 30 years old and asking me why did I leave him and who is his father. It's like somebody grabbed my heart from right out of my chest and slammed me back in the old sugarcane mill 29 years ago with Ezekiel's sweat dripping on me. All these years I had used all of my strength never to go back there. And so I grit my teeth, stand up firm, and looked at this tall, dark brown and handsome young man with so much anger burning in his eyes, and I said, I did the best that I could, and I leave it alone. What good will it do to drag up all of these things again? All I know is the Almighty God made me a mother of 6 beautiful children. I am thankful. Brought to you by Musufing of Musuk Enterprise.